Travel has made me a better communicator.
Travel has allowed me to be a lot more patient.
Travel
has completely changed my life.
I have found that I have a hard time making my own decisions, especially the final decision. I'm constantly asking people around me for their opinions or just to make my decisions for me. And I find that when I travel, especially by myself, I have to make my own decisions. There's no one else around me to make those decisions for me. I'm forced to do it. And this has really helped me to grow. And it's also helped me to learn a lot more about my likes and my dislikes.
Travel has made me a better communicator, not just learning lingo and languages from all over the world, but it gives me more to talk about when I meet people. Everyone has a heritage. Everyone comes from somewhere. So when I meet somebody from Spain, even if I'm traveling in Germany, I've been to Spain. I can now talk to them more about their country, having been there myself.
I think travel has changed me in a lot of ways. I'm definitely more independent. And as funny as it might be to say, I think I'm a lot smarter. I know a lot more, and maybe I care a lot more about the world and the events that are happening around because of travel. And it's just increased my desire to meet new people and to go and see all kinds of amazing, awesome things.
Travel is one of those things that transforms people, and you become a more developed and well-rounded person just by the experiences that you have. And for me, I realized that travel has changed me in the way that anything that I've done has been a result of going out and making it happen. Nothing is going to be given to you. But the more you put yourself out there, the more uncomfortable you're willing to be, the more amazing the experience, almost every single time.
I think travel has changed me in a variety of ways, but the two most important are I have a greater sense of empathy. When we travel and we go to different places, you can see how the culture is and how it's different and how people interact with each other. And for me, when we see people back home in the States that are maybe new or just moved or immigrated, you have a greater appreciation for what they're going through and you can relate.
Well, the first time that I really started a big trip, I went to Australia when I was 19, and it was like a world opening because we were with two friends and we traveled around the whole continent, and it was so amazing not having like an end goal but just the experience of traveling, meeting people, and like all the colors and new language. It was just mind-blowing, and it opened me completely up as a person.
Travel has allowed me to be a lot more patient with life in general, because you deal with a lot of situations where you are having to wait for stuff, or stuff goes wrong, or things aren't, again, working out as planned, and you're dealing with transportation, getting to and from places. So having patience and learning that while time is valuable, you also need to just relax and let time go and not get so frustrated or upset or stressed out about just the little things that are happening, because in all reality, they're just little things.
Sort of without even knowing it, travel has given me the most comprehensive education I could have ever received. And it occurred to me recently, as we were looking at a map of Leipzig, and I saw that there's a highway around Old Town. I was like, well, obviously that's where the city wall used to be. And the fact that that's just common knowledge that pops into my head now is amazing. I think travel just starts to fill in the gaps of knowledge, and you start to see how everything is connected once you see all the differences and similarities of various cultures.
When you listen to me talk, I sound American or Canadian. I'm actually Czech through and through. I just happened to move abroad when I was 13 years old. I went to an international school and I ended up sounding like this. I actually speak 4 languages now. I've lived in 5 cities and I'm 23. So yeah, it's been quite a game changer.
I remember my first trip to Latin America, and I remember having to catch a bus, and the bus was supposed to leave at about 10:30 a.m. So I got there at 10:20, I had my bags packed, my tickets printed, all these things, and I get there and it was 10:20, then it was 10:30, then it was 10:45, and I thought I missed it. People weren't around, I was trying to find what was going on. Then I found someone who spoke English, and they're like, oh no, the bus leaves 10:30, 11:15. No one really knows. We're waiting for the cook. He was supposed to be here with his 4 chickens. He's not here. We're going to wait for him. And that shook up my world, because we live in a world that's very highly organized, and sometimes we get thrown off by small little things like that, when things don't arrive on time, when things don't work out our way. What travel teaches you is that when things don't work out how they're planned, it's usually pretty fine. You can take that lesson back to your real life, and that's actually quite employable. Flexibility, tolerance, and patience is very underrated in this world, and those are all skills that travel teaches you.
Overall, I would say travel made me a happier person, because as someone who grew up in Germany, which is quite the perfect place, everything works here, you can get a job really easy, we have a good running economy, you get locked up into this everyday life real quick and you start worrying about small issues. And if you go out there and you see how this world actually works and which problems are also out there, you start appreciating the little things and you become a happier person.
Well, I'm an introvert, and so people scare me. And then when you go and travel, you're forced into social situations, and just being immersed in people and different languages and stuff, and you have to actually try to communicate with them to get around. And so you're forced to actually acclimate into societies and all these different things. And I think that helped me a lot become more adventurous and just confident around people.
When I first started to travel, I wasn't really afraid of the unknown or of the places I went to, but to be all by myself and to have to handle myself out there. And definitely travel changed that and made me feel comfortable with myself more and more.
What travel changes you, it changes your way of seeing the world. It gives you a perspective you didn't have before, and it allows you to connect with people that you never knew existed. And the way it changed me personally is that when I traveled on the motorcycle around the world, I get to meet the local people that have never seen a tourist before, people that have never experienced another culture before. So when I was able to basically see how people were living and surviving in different parts of the world, it was very uniquely enriching to myself to realize how difficult the world is for a lot of people. And the best thing I could do is provide a different perspective and experience and spend a little time with them.
They say travel makes you more of what you are, but I think travel makes you more of what you're not. If you're introverted, you're gonna have to get out of your shell and you're gonna have to expand your comfort zone and do things you're not used to. But if you're really extroverted, you're also gonna have to get used to spending some time alone. So over the last 7 years, I've found that as an extrovert, it's made me a little more introverted. So now I'm more balanced, and that's a good thing.